All right, so today will be kind of a busy day, just bouncing around from project to project. The box we got yesterday, this contains the new radiator and the new slave cylinder both for the Savoy, and then also we finally have the new spark plugs for Miley, so hopefully that'll fix our misfiring issue and get that car running smooth once again. And then back over here, a couple exhaust pipe pieces for yours truly, because the Pink Floyd is entirely too loud and it's about time we fix it. And then last but not least, we have the possible new seats for the Savoy. If you watched yesterday's video, these things were stained up, they were moldy, they were just not in good shape. They're almost back to where they should be. The rear seats are pretty much good to go. You can see all the fabric pretty much there and looking much better. The front seats are almost there. I need a stronger stain removal. There's still a bit of staining right through here and on the arms, and then same with the passenger seat as well, like back through here. But once we get that last little bit out, these things are gonna look so good. And like I said yesterday, the front should fit no problem, the back should fit no problem. I just need to swap over this little piece on these ones to the Mark III one, and I think the bases will mount right up as well. But we'll see later on. Ooh, and then also I just remembered I might have a really cool surprise for this car coming later today, but we'll see about that. All right, let's see what kind of goodies we got in here. All of the packaging, holy crap. Literally all the packaging and more and more. Okay, now that all that is out of the way, this box here should be our radiator, and the box looks like to be in good shape, which is always a very good sign. Then over here we have the spark plugs for Miley. These are the Denso Iridium ones with the part number there, IK20TT. They're just supposed to last even longer than the platinum ones, so we'll see how they do. And then last but not least, we should have, there it is, our new slave cylinder for the O2J transmission. So this here is just a stock VR6 like OEM radiator. Same as I have in Miley, never had an issue with it before, so I figured we'll just grab one. That is exactly the same. Let me go ahead and pull out the factory Savoy rat support, which is back over here, and I'll show you why we're swapping to the new radiator. So this here is the factory rat support for the Savoy, and you can see the stock radiator is still inside there. There's nothing wrong with this one, but you can see both of the ports are on the passenger side. Any Mark III that's not a VR6 will have them on this side, but now going to a VR5, we need them to be on this side of the engine bay, and you can see the VR6 one has both ports 1 and 2 that'll now be on the driver's side here. And what's cool about these rat supports, they come pre-drilled 1 and 2, so I think this fits right in. So all we need to do now is pull the rebar here off of the rat support, which is 4 of these 10s, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then come around to the back side. There's 4 more 10s, 1, 2, 3, 4 to hold the rat support of the radiator, and then everything will pull right out the front. This one also has 1 screw holding it to the rat support. I also just realized the headlights must come off as well, because you can't get these corner pieces past where this sticks out. So pull these out real quick, and then she's coming out. There she is. Our radiator is officially out. So now let's go through and take the condenser off of this one and bolt it to that one, slide it all back in, and we'll be done. Little comparison between the new one and the old one. Like I said, the only difference is ports go from the passenger side to now the driver's side, and we'll pull this little plug right here out, swap over our sensor, and this one's ready to go. All right, first job of the day is done. Nice new radiator, everything where it should be, all good to go. All right, so next up we have this. This is the new slave cylinder to go on the O2J transmission. Now, this one here is actually from the O2A Mark III transmission, but they look to be the exact same size and length between the Mark IV and the Mark III here. The reason why I need to use this one, I already have all the Mark III hydraulic clutch master cylinder stuff, and it threads into this one. Where on the Mark IV style, the line that goes from the clutch master cylinder to this one actually is a bit different, and I don't have the right one to fit this. So we have to use this one in the car, which again, looks to be the exact same length and size, so it shouldn't be an issue going on the O2J trans. So this here's our fancy O2J 5-speed that will go with our VR5, and this is the Mark III O2A slave cylinder, but everything should fit the same, I want to say. Line up properly. Yeah, we should be good to go. So again, Mark III O2A, now going on a Mark IV O2J, but it seems to work just right. And on this side, it should be the same length, so we should be good to go. Easy enough, slave cylinder is now on. The only thing we're missing now is the pinion brace that'll go right over here, but I'll grab that tomorrow when I go to the post office to pick up the clutch and all that other kind of stuff, which I'm still so excited. I can't believe the clutch is actually here, and I'm gonna have it tomorrow. Thank goodness. At this point, we are 2 projects down, and now I'm in the mood for some VR6 sounds. So we'll swap the plugs on Miley, and hopefully that fixes our issue. If you didn't see before, these are the old plugs out of the car. You can see they're super fouled out. Very dark. I mean, they're not covered in oil, which is good, but you can see Lots of carbon buildup. These went into the car back in, I want to say, November of 2018. So they've done a lot of driving, Nürburgring trips, tons of driving around in the States. So it's time for a fresh set. So these are our fancy new plugs right here. You can see the difference between the old ones, all the buildup, versus the nice new ones. These are the NGK Platinums, which worked really good in the car. But these ones, being iridium, should last a bit longer. And then this is the brand right there. And then the part number right there if you want a set. Fresh plugs are in, MAF is plugged back up. Moment of truth. Let's see if she will run and idle nice and smooth like she's supposed to. Battery's not dead, always a good sign. See what you got, little Miley. Ooh, now she sounds good. That's how the VR6 is supposed to sound. Much better. Oh yeah, listen to that. Nice and smooth once again. It has been a minute since we pulled out the POV hat and it's gone for a nice little Sunday drive. So nothing crazy, the car still needs an alignment, but I just want to drive it a little bit. Just a nice little cruise on the block. Ooh, listen to that. Oh my goodness. The VR6 just sounds so good. Oh, it's so good. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. This thing feels so good. What a nice day for a cruising Miley. Look at this. Oh man. Just some good sounds. My seat's still squeaking, of course, but you know what? It's okay. The car feels good. Like I said, still needs an alignment after we did all the fabulous stuff, but for just a little cruise, man, what a nice day for cruising Miley. I've missed this. Oh, I've missed this. Oh man, such a good car. Gets it. She still gets it. aside from my horrible alignment and my seat that does not stop squeaking and fix that, this is going great. The car feels really good. No more misfiring. Sounds fantastic. Just a good Sunday drive. Hope no one's sleeping. Who's mad though? Everyone loves a VR6. No one's upset about this. Everyone's looking. I can't, they're mad at me or they're like, ooh, VR6. One of the two. They like it. They all love it. So we need an alignment for sure, and also to fix my super annoying squeaky seat. But other than that, she's good to go. All right, moving on to our next project, which will be the Pink Floyd here and making this car much, much quieter. Hopefully this is the last one of these we ever have to do. But still, one more for good measure, just to appreciate what was, I guess. Our final farewell to the complete race car. Enough of that. You know, I think the Pink Floyd might have the cleanest rockers out of all my cars. Look at that. That thing's like perfect all the way down. That's ridiculous. So the car's back on the ground. The pieces of exhaust pipe I got for this car did not work the way I had visioned in my head, so I don't think this is fixed. It might be a bit more muffled, but it's definitely not right. What I really need, I mean, I cut off the flex pipe. That was my bad. But what I really need is like a long piece, like the bendy exhaust pipe you can get, just to clamp from one side to the other side, and now it fix it. But we'll see how this sounds. All right, let's see. How are you gonna sound now? Like I said, it should be a bit more muffled, but it's definitely not right. Oh, wow. Wow, okay, maybe. Again, it's definitely not fixed, but hey, that is way better. It's definitely not perfect, but hey, it is so much quieter than I expected, so you know what? I'll take it. You know what? I'm gonna call that a win. It's not perfect, but it's a million times better. And dude, these two cars look so good together. All their fancy trim, Pink Floyd and GTI, and soon to have the Savoy out here as well, and have all the hatchbacks chilling. All right, so moving on now, we must test fit these seats in the Savoy and see how they look and if I can make the rears fit at all. And then I believe Marvin's coming over with possibly a nice surprise for the GTI. I also got this. This is the OxyClean Max Force. I'm gonna go through and try and treat some of these last stains through here and hopefully get the rest of them out of there. Oh, hello, good sir. Look at this man. So Marvin's going over picking up a nice O2J setup for one of his friend's cars, right? Or your car?
It's for my car.
Your car? Hopefully. Nice. It's like the best thing you could possibly do. And then we're trading. Woo, red belts. I just said I want a set of these, and these are so sick. So these go on the GTI. Oh, that's so exciting. Yo, I am so excited. We got the anniversary seats. Now we got the anniversary belts. Now, I love these wheels on this car, and I still want to do the white on white, but I've also been looking. These are the BBS RS 722. These are the factory two-piece wheels that came on the anniversary GTI, and I'm thinking I might want to get a set of these as well, because, I don't know, they look sick, and it'd be really nice OEM Plus look for this car as well. So I just went through and used all of this stuff. It says let it sit for 5 minutes or up to a week, depending on how bad the stains are. So I'm gonna go test fit the rears real quick, let this sit for about 30 or so minutes, and come through with a vacuum, wash it again, and rinse it all off, and we'll see where we're at. Looking at these two side by side, the design itself and the fabric is actually pretty much the same. This one just has like the bluish background, where this one's just black. But other than that, they're actually pretty similar. So I had to go through and put this center mounting piece back in for the 60/40 because we just had the full solid rear bench in here. But now going back to these seats where they had the split, I had to put this back in. It looks like they should mount up the same, but we'll see. So the back piece here is almost a direct fit. It's just a hair too short. You can see right there from the mounting spot on the Mark III. In the Ibiza, this center mounting point actually bolts up here versus like on the front side, and it's just a hair too short. But I think if I bolt the outside in here, and once the bottom seat is underneath it, it really shouldn't be that big of an issue. Okay, so technically the seat's in. Now with a Mark III 60/40 rear seat, you have 3 mounting points. You have the clip up top, you have this one, and you have this one. On this seat here, the measurements are just slightly off from a Mark III seat. You have to pick one of the 3. You can't have more than one. If you pick this one, that side sags. If you pick that one, that side sags. But if you pick the top one, it makes the seat sit perfectly level, and it sits on top of here and on top of there, and actually it's sturdy, it's clipped in, it can't fall or go anywhere. I mean, technically with no modification, it's in. I'm gonna go through and do that side and the bases and kind of see where it's all at. All right, got the entire backrest section in. Looking at the bases now, this is the Mark III bracket. You can see has 2 little tabs that go in, and it mounts on the front side where the one of the Ibiza here mounts flat to the top. But if you look, these ones actually have like a flared out piece here. You can't just pull these off like I thought. So what I think is with these ones, if you just fold them down versus having them flat like they normally go, they actually do line up to these holes here. So I get a longer bolt to go through this one and then into here. We should be good to go. 3, 2, 1, bam. You would never know these seats did not come in this car. Once you flip these bottom brackets flat like this, they bolt up no problem, and they still work like normal. Look at that. So aside from the backrest only being held in by this one piece here, they're fully in. Bases are bolted up, fully functional. And if you pull this right here, it's still gonna fold down like normal. The fact that that one and that one aren't actually in really doesn't matter. The seat's still nice and sturdy. It's not gonna go anywhere, and you would never know these seats didn't come in this car. So if you ever come across a Mark III Ibiza, the seats do fit. Now I haven't done the front yet, but the front shouldn't be an issue. The rear rails are actually concerned, but honestly, came out pretty good. Gotta test them out. Only right. Let's see how they feel. Ooh, that's not bad. These bases are actually super, super soft. Honestly, this pattern with the color of the Savoy, it's very like 80s and 90s, like retro Miami. I think these seats are gonna work very well in this car. And honestly, I cannot remember the last time I sat in the back of a Mark III. Normally, I'm a driver's seat, sometimes passenger, but I'm never in the back of a Mark III. It's kind of nice back here. Yeah, those seats look right at home in this car, and I like those a lot more than I like those ones. Look how sick those seats look. They're just so much brighter, and they kind of just pop. These ones weren't bad, but they're just like so dark, and they're cool, but I don't know. These ones I think fit the car much better. I was planning on doing the fronts tonight as well, but they're still kind of wet from the stain remover, so we'll do those tomorrow. But with that, gonna end the video here. I probably could have made this one video into 3 or 4 videos if I wanted to, but I figured you guys would appreciate one video packed full of Mark III content. Pink Floyd, Savoy, Miley, just all the cars in one video, so hopefully you guys enjoyed. As always, do not forget to be thankful for every single day. We'll see you guys next time. Peace!